We're gonna prep some healthy meals for the week, but not any week, because every year I host a plant-based challenge and this year's challenge is finally here. I have put together a 4-day meal plan with meals that are simple, delicious and plant-based, plus a meal prep to have a stress-free week. So in this video I will show you how to prep the components and assemble different meals during the week. And if you want to do this challenge together with the community, the challenge starts on Sunday, January 12th with the meal prep, and every year thousands are joining the challenge and it's always so inspirational and fun. But of course you can do this challenge whenever you want. So if you want to join this challenge, you find the meal prep and the meal plan in my app. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to the app and go and generate a shopping list for you and how many that are joining you. And when you have all of the groceries at home, we're gonna do the meal prep, which I'm gonna show you now. Starting off with some delicious wintry roasted veggies. So I'm using just regular yellow potatoes, and you can switch this up into whatever veggies that you have in season. So you can do this meal plan whenever you want. I'm chopping up the potato in smaller cubes, and also the carrots and the cauliflower. I'm chopping up everything in kind of the same size so that they take equal amount of time in the oven. Then I'm also adding lots of spices and a drizzle of oil. You can do this without oil, you can just add a splash of vegetable broth or nothing at all. Then I'm also adding a whole garlic head, yes, a whole. So just cut the top off and drizzle the top with some oil and place it on the same oven tray facing down. And now you want to roast everything in the oven while we do the next prep. By now, I think you already know or have guessed that I love pickled veggies. So for this meal prep, I'm going for a little bit more Asian inspired. So I'm thinly slicing a cucumber and some radishes. You can also do this with a mandolin or like a cheese slicer. But yeah, you can also follow this recipe with other veggies like red cabbage or red onion. And then just add the veggies to clean jars that you can seal and mix together the liquid in a saucepan and bring it to a simmer. Then just add a liquid into the jars and make sure to fill the jars or press down the veggies so that they get covered in the liquid. Let's make a spicy peanut dressing with a base of peanut butter and tamari and some other goodies. If you can't have peanuts or nuts, you can also substitute this with tahini. I've tried it, it's delicious as well, but I must say I prefer peanut butter. So when you have stirred this up, you want to add a few splashes of water and keep stirring until you reach a drizzleable consistency, but still a little bit creamy, and it will thicken up more in the fridge, so you know. A prep can't get easier than this. Just add a can of lentils, or 2 cans in this case, some lemon juice, lemon zest, some maple syrup, pepper and salt. Give it a stir and yeah, just put a lid on it and let it marinate in the fridge until you are ready to have it. So when the roasted veggies are done roasting in the oven, you just want to cool them down a little bit and then add to container, seal it with a lid and place it in the fridge. And now we're gonna use that whole garlic head by squeezing it out from its skin and mash it up really good with a fork. Then just set it aside and make the most delicious ever sauce you've ever made, with a base of hummus and also some coconut yogurt unsweetened, some lemon juice, salt, and now let's add in that mashed up roasted garlic. Give it a stir, and you can also add some water if you like to, but keep in mind that this will thicken up a little bit in the fridge as well. For this, I'm using a firm tofu, which I'm just cubing up into chopping up into cubes and adding the tofu to a large mixing bowl together with some cornstarch and spices, a drizzle of oil, and then combining everything, making sure that all of the tofu cubes are covered in the spices and cornstarch. Then I'm adding it to an oven tray lined with parchment paper, and make sure to leave some space between the tofu cubes to make sure they end up crispy. I'm calling this Nourish pudding because it has all of these good things like oats for fiber, chia seeds, and also Brazil nuts, which are loaded with selenium. Then I'm mixing it up with some creamy plant-based yogurt and milk and giving everything a stir. And then I'm making two versions. So the first one I'm using frozen blueberries and shredded coconut. But of course, you do you can skip these versions and just add your own favorite toppings on the day you're having the chia pudding. And for next one, I decided to go for a classic peanut butter jelly. But yeah, peanut butter and raspberries. So I'm just using frozen raspberries and adding the peanut butter on top. And finishing off with the creamy pudding on top. I know some of you have already made these before, like in one of my latest meal preps, but I just had to include them because they are very, very easy to make and also super healthy and delicious. Some of you commented in my last video that you tried it with vanilla powder or extract in this brownie and it turned out delicious, so that's a hot tip. And yeah, I'm just adding the brownie into a container and trying to press it out as evenly as I can. Then this will rest in the fridge for at least an hour. And by now your tofu should be done in the oven, so just let them cool down a little bit before you add them to a container and place them in the fridge. By the way, if you're not familiar with my app, the Fivesec Health app is your one-stop if you want to eat more plant-based in your everyday life. It has over 600 recipes with new recipes added weekly, a meal planner where you can plan your weeks and create a shopping list for all of the meals in one click. There are also pre-made meal plans like this one and much more. So if this sounds interesting, you find the link to the app in the description box below, or just search for Fivesec Health on App Store or Google Play and you will find it. And now we have our full meal prep ready for this week's challenge. Keep watching in this video and you'll see how I combine these into fun and nourishing meals throughout the week. Okay, so the breakfast is already done and today I'm choosing to have the coconut blueberry chia pudding. If you want to add more calories, you can always add a dollop of peanut butter or any kind of nut butter. This week is all about feeling good. Therefore, I have also created a 1-week home workout plan to follow this week. Each day of this week there will be a new workout video to follow on my second YouTube channel, Toned with Alexandra. Each workout is short, effective, and no equipment is needed. They are Pilates inspired and created in a mindful way to bring you into a calm state of mind. I will link the channel and workout plan in the description box down below. These wraps turned out to be so yummy. I really hope you will try them out. So yeah, we already have all of the ingredients ready, except for 2 things, but don't worry, we're not gonna cook up anything. We're just gonna shred some cabbage. You can use any cabbage, you can also use red or purple cabbage. And I'm using an old cheese slicer to make the most perfect shredded cabbage. I'm also slicing up some scallions and yeah, assembling a whole wheat tortilla with the cabbage, scallions, cilantro. Oh, I forgot to mention cilantro. Oh, one thing, if you want to crisp up your tofu real quick, just add them to a non-stick pan with a splash of oil and fry them for like 1 or 2 minutes and your tofu will taste freshly made again. Anyways, add the tofu onto the cabbage, then the pickled cucumber, radishes, and the sauce, which in my opinion is the star this week. I'm having 2 of these no-bake brownies, but of course have as many as you want. You do you, not everyone needs the same amount of calories, as you know. No need to think about what to cook for dinner because we are already sorted, we have all of the ingredients prepped, and there is absolutely no cooking required today. So I'm just reheating the roasted veggies in the microwave quickly and adding the beautiful garlic sauce in the bottom of a plate. Then I'm topping off with the roasted veggies, the marinated lentils, which I'm just having cold, some thyme, I don't know, and voila. It's a very nice way of putting the sauce underneath the food, I've noticed, because you get a perfect amount of sauce in every bite. These are the beautiful ingredients for today's lunch. Today we need to pull ourselves together and boil some rice. It's worth it, I promise you. And I'm also topping off with the cabbage, the tofu again. This bowl was out of this world. It was so good. It was perfect with all of the crunchiness from the cabbage, soft tofu, spiciness, but still fresh, and the tangy flavor from the pickled veggies. It's a perfectly balanced bowl with grains, protein, fats, and veggies. Today we're gonna make a new meal out of the ingredients we already have, but we are gonna add a few new ingredients, but no, we are not gonna cook anything. And yeah, I'm reheating the roasted veggies in the microwave first, and then I have just ripped apart and massaged green kale. Then I'm adding the roasted veggies and a half avocado, the marinated lentils, which keep getting better for each day, and then the delicious garlic sauce, which also surprisingly tastes better each day, because I guess the garlic, it's getting, like, I don't know, infused into the sauce. This is optional, but I just added some leftover vegan parmesan I had in the fridge. And yeah, this is another balanced bowl. It has it all. It has starches, it has fiber, protein, fats, veggies, and a delicious sauce. It is the last day of this plant-based challenge, and during this week I really hope that you will feel first and foremost nourished, but also inspired by the meals, and that you feel inspired to eat more plant-based or just incorporate more plants into your daily life and notice how you feel. And yeah, if you want more of these plant-based recipes, the meal planner, or more meal plans, check out my app. I will leave the link down below in my description box, and I'll see you in the next video.